Okay. So anyway, so did you want to answer that, Sarah, or do you want us to, or?
Hold on. She's put a little more. Just let me see. She likes to drink, but she isn't sure with her meds what she should do. What is our honest feedback? She likes to drink occasionally, but tries to be careful because she's bipolar. And do we think it's something that she should stay away from if she doesn't drink that often? So my feedback is I'm on 28 pills a day. Alcohol and meds do not go together. I myself use a different coping mechanism. And so, but like Brett said, if it doesn't affect you that much, then have a little bit and see as it goes. But these are kind of hard questions to answer because they're different for each person.
There's a lot of like, stipulation.
Gray area.
Like, yeah.
Variables.
Variables, yes.
Yeah. That's if you can control it. Once I start drinking, I'll get a taste for something and I'll keep on bang, and then later on I'm like,
Yeah.
why did I do that? Why did I do it?
One of my other dear sisters, she can't, because she won't stop if she starts. For me, it was never even an issue really before I had bipolar. I've just never liked alcohol, never cared for it. So it's not a temptation.
Oh, I can go on and on about that.
No, you go. What do you have to say?
Okay, I have a few different opinion, views, or questions. I feel like it depends on the medication. If you cannot if you can skip that medication, at night if you're drinking, if that's not an option, I maybe drink with somebody that could be there with you to make sure nothing happens. And then also a huge thing is to make sure that you're drinking for the right reasons. I got hooked on alcohol because I was using it for the wrong reason. I didn't know that I had PTSD, and that was why I couldn't sleep. So I started abusing alcohol that way. But now that I understand that, it's been a while with no alcohol, but I'm now able to go to a wedding and have a drink and not have that urge to you can't have one, you have to keep going, it's all or nothing. It's because I was drinking for the right reason, I wasn't drinking for my sorrows, to drink down my sorrows or my, whatever was going in my head. So I feel like there's a lot of things. You have to make sure you're doing it for the right reason and the medicine you take. But I mean, as long as it doesn't become a problem and depends on what the medication is, I would say as long as it's once in a while.
One comment there, she said, doesn't drink that often, trying not to need it, but want it, if that makes sense. She took some shots at her boyfriend's house to get rid of the flashbacks.
See, that would be kind of an example of the wrong reason to drink. And it'll be okay if it 1 time, 2 times, that's fine. But if it becomes a habit, then I would probably just think about it. When am I picking up alcohol? When am I drinking? Or what, And as long as it has nothing to do with your mental health, I think it should be fine. But mine, I got hooked because I was doing it to escape my mental health, and I was hooked bad. I almost died. My organs failed and all that stuff. So because I was drinking for the wrong reasons, but now I understand it. I don't want to scare anybody, but so you have to be cautious.
I was going to say, even if you haven't got a drink problem as such, but you just drink a little bit, and you get a little bit silly and a bit tipsy, especially because you're having it with meds, right? Then you can go down in other people's estimations sometimes, and they don't treat you quite the same way as they did before. And you know what I mean? They see you in a slightly different light, and you think you're fine, and you probably are, right? But they see you a bit different, and then they don't respect you quite as much as they did. You're a little bit slack or something like that, and that can affect your relationship,
Oh yeah, that too. I don't want to scare you though, because
No, I just want to be
think you're
careful.
gonna get hooked. Yeah, it's just make sure that you are aware of why you're doing, or
She's my niece, so I've got a vested interest.
Okay, that makes sense.
I've adopted her.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, she just said, I think this is to you, Stacy. She said, thank you. This is helping me to all of us. And then thanks us, uncle, sis, which is me, and cousin. So Stacy, I think currently you're a cousin, and probably Bernstein as well.
Absolutely, cousin.
You're welcome. I just don't want to scare you.
Dependent on it.
Yeah, like once you get that feeling where you're like, oh, this is the only thing that's going to calm me down, then it's, something to worry about.
I do know that lately, her flashbacks have gotten a lot worse.
It's rough. I mean, it's rough.
Hard.
Yeah. Like I remember I would do anything to escape I would do anything to escape the hell that was going on, like in my brain and my body. Like I feel like it's horrible, especially flashbacks. But then again, if it was me, I'd probably want to know, like, and I'm not asking you, you don't have to tell me, but I would ask like what kind of medication you're on or like stuff like that, because that makes a difference too with symptoms, actions, all of it.
I have talked to her about her meds and researched how alcohol can affect them. And one of them said alcohol is okay in moderation. And basically that's the gist of the whole point, is in moderation. And but I can definitely, with you, Stacy, agree that nightmares and flashbacks are horrible, and flashbacks can occur during the daytime as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm on my PTSD medication in the morning and at night, because I told her, I said, I have the nightmares, but I also have flashbacks during the day.
Yeah.
They've gotten better, but they can flare up at any time too.
Right. And I'm on a medication that if I drank on, it would be bad. Like I would black out. I wouldn't know, like it would be a mess. So I would have to choose one or the other. Any other questions? I don't know, the coping skills, that was another one, but like coping skills, like with the flashbacks, maybe. It depends, because I have like stuff on every symptom. So if you're talking about like the flashbacks, for example, are these flashbacks you're having like during the day, or like nightmares like when you're sleeping? I don't know. It depends. I have like, for sleeping, you can reverse it, or they say you can reverse it where you wake up and you write your dream, but you change the ending every day. So then your mind gets that evil ending out of it, and you'll start having halfway decent or decent normal dreams again. But for the flashbacks during the day, it really is important that you know what the flashback is, and to pay attention to like what were you doing, what was going on during this, like what does it do to your body. Like me, I lose sense of smell and taste when I'm having a flashback. It's weird. But then it took me a while to figure out why, and then I finally put two and two together. It takes time. But once you figure it out, I swear, once I figured out this 6 months of not smelling or tasting anything from PTSD, I figured out it was a flashback from my dad who has passed. He used to cook. So like whenever people were cooking or if there's food, I would lose smell. And it was like my flashback. I know it sounds weird and not as scary as other people's, but it was frustrating. And now I can smell and taste. I don't want to jinx it, but it's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, and I haven't lost my smell and my taste. So I think it's like figuring out what's causing it, if that helps. I mean, I don't know. I don't really get really bad flashbacks. I don't know if anyone else does, what they do for it.
I'm going. I get plenty of flashbacks, but to different things as well. Not only like the times that I was assaulted, but other things that are really horrible in my life that are, damn years, 30 plus, over 30 years ago. And all of a sudden I'll think something which will remind me of that, and then it's there now. Now I've got to shake it off somehow, And
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
And flashbacks can be visions, they can be smells, tastes, they can be sounds, like hearing things. Flashbacks can be a whole bunch of others, like a whole bunch of stuff. It's not just like seeing something in the past. It's whatever, getting random shakes and getting anxiety out of nowhere.
Yeah, man.
It could be,
Yeah. Sarah's just messaged us, right? So we'll just say, I've never heard of writing down nightmares with a different ending. She's well shot by it. So yeah. I'm definitely going to try that. Thank you so much, Stacey. Excellent advice.
So this can be taboo or not so much anymore, but the way I deal with maintaining a more positive mental health state and having less nightmares and flashbacks is smoking medical marijuana.
That helps with your nightmares too?
Yes. Because when you do that, somebody said this, I think it was Stewie Griffin from Family Guy. He said pot just makes everything better. And it does to me. Like, I'm not having those thoughts because I'm mellowed out. I'm in my own headspace. I'm doing whatever I want to be doing.
It does make you feel happy, or like no care in the world kind of feeling. Or, I don't know.
It's just like lifting some weight off your shoulders and giving your head a chance.
And I was against that for so many years. I'm like, no, I will never do that. No. But yes, thanks to Sarah, I tried it.
Thanks to Sarah. Everyone says come to the dark side. I swear to God. Not for everyone, but for me and for a lot of others, it has helped tremendously. And even people who don't want to go the full way, I turned Brett on, bad influence again, to CBD oil, which
and
I have that too, and that also helps with anxiety. Like, I don't smoke anything in my car because it's new, but when I'm driving, I bring my medical vape, and I also bring my CBD vape. There's Brett's CBD oil. He's showing it up. So that way in the car, I can stay calm. Yeah,
and mine is half CBD oil and half THC. Or whatever. I don't know the ratio.
We can't get it over here with the THC in it.
Oh, that stinks. I do enjoy it while I'm laying in bed, like before I go to bed, just because it like relaxes me. Because normally I will start by like noon, I start freaking out how close it's going to be to bedtime. Am I going to sleep? So when I'm in bed getting ready to go to sleep, I do a little and I'm not worrying about it. And I'm like, I'm just going to watch this show, or, like it eases
sometimes use it in the bathtub too, which is very relaxing. Put in my bubble bath, lock the door so no one can get in, whether they have to go to the bathroom or not. It's my time. And I just sit there and vape because I can't, I don't smoke in my house either, but that I can do. So that can be very relaxing, just putting on some music that you like and just being in the bathtub, present in the moment.
I have a question for you, Sarah. It's kind of off topic, not really, but I have to ask you because I don't know who else to ask. So my vape, I've been like coughing and I can't breathe. Like, is it from the vape? Like, I feel like I need an inhaler. Like, and I don't know.
Are you still have COVID?
No, I haven't had COVID in like 2 weeks. Maybe do you think that's part of
It
it?
could be part of that. And you also smoke cigarettes, right?
Right, yeah.
So it could be a combination.
I just want to make sure because, hypochondriac. I don't want to be like, oh, something, my throat, something wrong with my throat. I got to go to the doctor,
Yeah, I mean, I know that I have breathing issues and stuff because I've been a chain smoker since I was 13, and I've pretty much smoked pot every day since I was 19.
Well, that makes me
feel like I'm gonna hyperventilate, or I don't feel like I just can't breathe.
When I do it, I feel like I can't breathe, and then I'm wheezing, and I feel like I need an inhaler, and I don't ever have breathing problems ever. Like, it's weird. I can't catch my breath.
That's what I've got now.
Oh, and he's using for breathing.
If I get any troubles in my chest, which I don't often, but if I do, I've actually got stuff called colloidal silver in there, which is water with it's kind of infused with silver, right? But you can just buy saline solution on Amazon. So you get these on Amazon. You'll recognise it. I can't find the same make as this one on Amazon over here.
But it's like a breathing.
But if it says it's a mesh, if it's got mesh in the name of it, right, and it's got an orange bit on the front, that's what I've got. So I don't know how much they cost, but like I found when my chest felt a bit off, I'll just use that. It comes with a face mask as well, so I can put a whole mask over if I want it. It doesn't kick out loads of power, but you're still breathing in the steam. So you switch it on different levels. So just have it on full there. See the lights come on. See stuff's coming out already. See it? It's already starting to, yeah. So I'll just put it on that end.
Yeah, that's cool.
My chest has been a bit off.
I'm writing it down.
That's called a nebulizer, what he's using.
It's like
but I thought you needed a prescription for that. No.
No. Yeah, it's a portable, but make sure it's got the word mesh in it, because apparently that's important. Some of them haven't.
I think here you can buy them at a drugstore or something too. But yeah, if you look it up on Amazon, just put like personal nebulizer.
Okay, yeah.
I'll see that piece off, and you can put the masky bit on. That comes in the packet as well, yeah? You can just put it over your face.
Yeah.
I think I might get one of those.
So it's not fantastic. Compared to a real proper nebulizer, you don't get much out of it. But if you just got a bit of a chest, you're not asthmatic or anything, got any real bad problems, this would probably help you out. Just getting a little bit.
Yeah. I'm getting one.
I'm gonna do it.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
But some people complain they don't kick out enough, which I understand. I'm not, you don't feel a massive benefit from it, but it definitely helped me when my chest started feeling a bit off. I used it, and so I'll keep it on standby just in case.
I'm getting it for sure. Instead of stopping, I'm just gonna get one of those.
Yeah, right.
That's it, man. There's no need to quit smoking around here, people.
See, you know what I say? I always said I was going to stop smoking when my children got to elementary school. Well, that's long gone. They're already, years later. But at this point in my life, I've given up way too much stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not giving up cigarettes yet. I'm like, you just ease into this new lifestyle.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it is evil, and I wish that I had never started.
Right.
I explained to Brett before, and other people as well, that because the whole thing with my mother and the abuse started because of cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's the only thing from then until this day that has pissed her off so badly. So I feel like I'm more psychologically connected to it, because it's like basically,
right.
And Steve's like, so you're killing yourself just to prove a point? And I'm like, no, here's the thing about not understanding. I'm like,
right.
No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to understand to you why because they say usually it's a physical addiction, but it is psychological. And for me, that makes sense.
I think it's more psychological.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. Have a good night.
Bye, you too.
Thank you for joining, though. I feel like our rooms just got bigger. Like,
Yeah. I want to know what. I hope you're enjoying our content. We have quite regular conversations on the CPTSD groups, talking about all kind of mental health issues. We're just ordinary people having conversations, sometimes reading information, reading stuff from books, and then discussing it, and also sharing our own personal experiences. So if you're enjoying our content, please like and subscribe and help us to end the stigma.